Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villain Report, and Red Zone Rant. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla, Grosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, The Bodkin Show, Spirit of Detroit Podcast, and Maniacs. The nightly podcasts are Hallis Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Skull Gang 365, The Huddle Sports Network Open Mic, First and 10 with Foz, Main Event Football Show, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports, Spitballing Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, Puckett, 313 Den Podcast, The Guys Huddle, Shots from the Sideline, Let's Talk Sports, The Michigan Truth Sports Podcast, Off the Rails, NFC Northeast, Power Hours, and Detroit Lions News. Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Hope you like
here locally in the community. Make sure y'all go check out Kneecap Body by Jeremy Campbell.
Good afternoon. How's everybody doing today? It is Lions Talk with Smoke and Jeremy B. We are going to get into a few things, of course. Did anybody see that ludicrous trade proposal they had for Myles Garrett? And that was Tannenbaum coming up with that. It was redonkulous. A first, a second, and Jahmyr Gibbs for Myles Garrett. That's too high. Not doing it. Even though he's not on the trade block. Jim Jackson, Super Bowl or bust. Go Lions 100%. Patty Grimes, what's up? It's good to see everybody. Oh, what a great day. So let's go into this. Let's get into the stats about what's coming up this weekend real quick. Even though I want to do that more tonight, I would rather talk about anything other than that. Because I talked about the game yesterday and the day before. There really isn't anything new Lions news out other than Pascal and Rodriguez is ruled out this week. And when I saw they were inactive yesterday still, I kind of knew. He said 3 firsts, 1 second in Gibbs. Block their number. That's ridiculous. That's why he's an announcer, not a coach or GM. I agree. There's no way. That's the type of moves that we see offered in these wild media things all the time. And yes, I am a member of the media. But you notice I don't go all ham about trade deadline moves. I do that for a reason. Because I don't think it's going to happen. I try to dispute most of that shit. Offensive rankings. Let's let it out there. And we'll start just by offensive yardage alone. Lions are sixth. Green Bay is fifth. We're separated by less than 500 yards, but we played one less game. So that actually is a 2.9 yard difference per game. Uh, we do 1,599 passing at 228 per game. They do 1,849 passing at 231 per game. They have 1,255 rushing, which is 156.9. We have 1,097 and 7, which is 156.7, so 2 tenths of a yard. Points per game. That is a disparity. The Lions are number one at 33.4 points per game. Green Bay is sitting at 6 at 27. Defense. Yards per game. So Holmes isn't that. Which game is most likely to lose, Green Bay or Houston? I doubt we lose either. Holmes isn't that crazy, but we sure could use some help up front on D. I agree with what Schefter said. We're either going to end up with Aziz Ojolari or Zadarius Smith. Both of them are having some success right now, and I'd be happy with either one. I personally would be happier with Aziz Ojolari because he's got another year under contract for another year of team control, and that gives us somebody for opposite us the next season when he comes back. So Green Bay has given up 327 yards per game. We're giving up 349. They're giving up 215 through the air. We're giving up 247. They're giving up 893 on the ground for 120 per game. We're giving up 713 on the ground for 101.9 points per game again. The Lions have 19.1. Green Bay has 21.3. Turnovers. Buffalo's number one at plus 11 in turnovers. They have 14 total. We have 15 total. Green Bay has 19 total. They have more. But giveaways, we have 5. They have 12. Green Bay's turnover differential is 7, plus 7. So we're winning on not giving the ball away. And it's 9 interceptions and 3 fumbles. We have 4 interceptions and 1 fumble loss. So the giveaways are actually leaning towards the Lions. The weather screen in Green Bay scares me more than the Packers. Well, let's see. Let's go look at it. I'm going to put it in there. I'm going to look. It's saying it's 100% chance of rain, but we're still over 48 hours out. As I said yesterday, 37-14 Lions run down the field, run, run, run. Two-headed run game is unstoppable. It's saying 100% chance of rain, but that's at after 4 p.m., which is when do we play at 4 p.m.? Yeah, I think we do. Or do we play at 1? If we play at 1, there's a lower chance. David Ricky Fox is very ridiculous for the trade. I agree. And lots of people have said 4:30. Okay, well then it's probably going to be raining all day. And you know what? It is what it is. That affects both teams for passing. It'll be a running game. and it'll be which team holds the ball better. And so far, we've given up one fumble. We've lost one fumble all season. That's not saying we haven't fumbled. We've been very fortunate that they've came back to whoever they were fundable. Yep, it's run the rock. It's a run the rock game, and they have a slight edge, 2.1 yards per game. The biggest difference that I see between us is red zone defense. Red zone defense for ninth in the league at 47.4%. The Packers are 20th at 60.7 red zone defense. So in other words, they don't stop teams as much once they get to the red zone. So that's a huge disparity. Everybody says it's only 13%. That's huge. That means we're stopping people almost 6 out of 10 times, and they're giving up touchdowns 6 out of 10 times. That's a huge disparity. That's not efficiency. That's how many times teams scored against you. Now, let's look at touchdowns given up. Third down defense. Do you know who's the best in the league? The Lions at 30.7. The Packers are 8th at 33. It's actually a fair matchup. Total touchdowns allowed by the Lions is 14. By the Packers, it's 20. Now I'm going to go into a deeper dive one called defensive red zone touchdowns versus field goal. If the price is good, I do say get them both. The Lions have given up 9 touchdowns in the red zone. The Packers have given up 17. That's total offense allowed. Fred Peterson, good afternoon. One pride. Yeah, that's what we average per game. In point. And I was saying their third down efficiency. We're actually very good, but we have the best one at 30.7, and they're about 9 behind us at 33.7. Points allowed, we're very close. We're a lot closer than people realize. But I wanted to go specifically into red zone touchdowns. Total red zone offensive touchdowns allowed. The Lions have given up 9, and the Packers have given up 17. They've given up 102 points in the red zone. We've given up 54. Passing touchdowns allowed, we've given up 4. The Packers have given up 10. Rushing touchdowns allowed, 7. The Lions have let up 5. Turnovers forced in the red zone. Turnovers, 6. 2 by interceptions, 8 by sacks. Oh no, 8 sacks, and then 4 of them forced fumbles. There we go. So 2 interceptions and 4 first fumbles. The Packers They have 4 turnovers in the red zone created, and it's all by interception. Knuckles and Sonic will have a big game. Yeah, I just wanted to point that out. There's some disparities there, and people aren't looking at us and taking us seriously, and that's fine. I get it. The Lions were a laughing stock for what, 57 years? This is not that year. That's what I'm talking about. Not thrilled about Cleet's crew working the game. I don't care anymore because Cleet's worked other games we've had and called them just fine since then. Aaron Rodgers isn't there to give him a blowjob to get good calls. I don't think Jordan Love swings that way. But he must be doing it there in New York because, my God, that one-handed catch was not a touchdown. After this season, that's going to change 100%. Oh, it's been changing. It's actually been changing since the 53rd year. As soon as 2020 got over and 2021 started, it's been a different thing. And yes, we were bad that year. We had to rip the tourniquet off of the salary cap and gut it because we had a horrible team. 2022, we went 9-8. We went from 3-13 to 9-8. Then we went to 12-5, and right now we're sitting 6-1. And as much as I hate to say it, 16 pressures versus Minnesota, 22 versus uh, the Titans, and we're talking over 40 dropbacks. I understand that the percentage isn't the same when Hutchinson is there. It's not as pretty when Hutchinson is there, but it's working. We're winning. So I do agree we need edge help. I don't agree that we need top end edge help. I hope that makes sense. And out of the two, again, I would rather have Azeez Ojulari because then you end up with a piece already on the other side of Hutchinson where you can draft somebody and you don't have to grab him at the top of the round and you can have him learn the position and develop behind Azeez Ojulari for a year. Trying to look at some more Lions stuff if there's any news out there other than Pascal and Rodriguez being out. Looks like mostly just trade deadline rumor stuff coming out. Yeah. That's all there is. Trade rumors so far. Yeah, If there's a trade, it'll be done next week. We all said this. So the October 8th incident that everybody's up in arms about, it happened in 2023, not in 2024. It didn't happen 3 weeks ago. It happened a year and a month ago. According to this report I just saw. I don't know how true it is. Oh no, he hasn't been on this show. I'm okay. That's because Russ allows that. He caters to other people as too much. I cater to everybody equally. I care less if you're of another fan base or not. But you know what? You try to dominate my chat and you're of another fan base when I'm trying to talk Lion stuff, I'll leave I'll leave it alone. I do it for the love of the game. You're absolutely right. Sorry, I was answering a chat and it had to do with the JMO thing. Just another report and it's weird. Doesn't give me the link. Does the share it. I don't know if Ralph's still here or not. I'm sorry. I just answering some questions about these reports. Somebody said that JMO could be suspended for illegal possession of a gun. Wouldn't it have to be an unregistered gun first and foremost? Who do we have on edge? Low, Mo, Larry, and Curly. Shemp, Curly Joe. Getting tired of doing it, but at the same time, a criminal lawyer last night on Crunch Time Sports actually said it's a legally registered gun, so there's no reason for the NFL to get involved because unless it was an illegal gun. It'll be much like last week is all I'm getting at, Harpozo or Harpazo. Brent, it's gonna be nope. I don't know why people are making it a big deal. And I do have a quote right here that I got from the chief of police, and it's a lot of double talk. Appearing on WJR Wednesday morning. Oh, no, that's not the one. Excuse me. Well, we don't know yet, right? We don't think so. I mean, we've got various incidents that have happened over the years where the actions of the officers were right, where this has happened before, where they let people go in this situation that were regular people, not judges, not lawyers, not doctors, average Joes. One was a plumber, One was a factory worker, and one was something else. I mean, so no problem. But we want to make sure that the perception and the false narrative that he did is either proven or disproven, and that's what we're looking at. And it's not the NFL doing this. The NFL said he's not doing nothing until the criminal investigation is done. And at this point, there has been no warrant issued. They requested a warrant to be issued on Tuesday. The NFL said they're not making a comment until it's done. Yeah, let's go Lions, Pat Rothwell. Good to see you. I'm just trying to make this clear. And he said, and as far as he's concerned, they let him go at the time. And they're saying it was October 8th this year. Somebody else just did a post and said it was October 8th, 2023. And if that's the case, I mean, I realize there's a 7-year statute of limitations, but you're asking people to remember everything verbatim from over a year ago. And that's where memories are going to get fuzzy and things are going to be said. But that doublespeak by the chief of police, proven or disproven, that's what we're looking at. There's a lot of doublespeak in there. So I don't get it. If yet to Melifonwu has yet to return to actual practice with the team yet. He's still doing it with the rehab people, so he's not coming back this week. Um, I think we might even call up a Goudet this week, which wouldn't hurt my feelings at all. I've been saying he needed to be on the active roster. That's not always true, Pat. I just gave like many instances where the average guy was let off the hook for the exact same thing. So it all depends on how you treat the cop. Number one, he was honest, he was respectful. He didn't hide the fact he owned the gun. He had his registration with him, or they would have got him for an unregistered gun, which would be illegal, and that would be illegal ownership of a gun, and he'd have got a felony right there on the spot, and there wouldn't have been any question. They wouldn't even have had to call a higher up. You'd have just read about it in the police blotter, and then we'd have been, oh shit. So you're talking about a different situation here, and I'm not going to fight about it. I say let due process happen because it's a request for a warrant, not an issue of a warrant. So there has been no warrant issued as of yet, and here we are going on 3 days later. It'll be 3 days later at 1:30 this afternoon. Yeah, yeah, they're saying this happened October 8th, 2023. That's after they were putting them in the car, Pat. That's after the initial transaction. That's neither here nor there. You ever been exasperated where you repeated yourself before? Hell, I've done it when getting put in the back of a car. I, God, I got an interview. I can't do this. So anything, we all say it. I've been put in the back of a cop car before. I'm not gonna lie about it. I've been let go 5 out of 6 times because number one, I was respectful. Number two, I didn't call them names. Number three, I answered their questions. So I'm not gonna say that that's why it happened. But I don't know if that report. Actually, Jordan Love returned to practice yesterday. I'm waiting to see today's injury report for the Packers. And it because a reporter dug up bad news, one that works for Channel 7 that digs up everything negative on the Detroit Lions. They dug through stuff. Maybe he overheard the cops at the local watering hole after a shift and went and investigated it. I don't know if it's 2023. I don't know if it's 2024. I think somebody typoed the wrong date myself, but it showed a photo and it said Jamison Williams getting ready for his debut versus the Panthers. And I'm trying to think back. Did he debut versus the Panthers in 2022, his rookie year? No, that was Minnesota. In 2023, his debut was the Buccaneers. I know. I just know that Jordan Love was practicing yesterday, and I'm waiting to see because I'm not gonna say he's out, he's in. I'm not. I'm not gonna speculate till I see it. But they average a couple more yards per game than we do. They played one more game than we do. We have. They haven't had their bye week yet, according to that. So their bye week's coming up, along with Houston hasn't had their bye week. So there's some skewed numbers there. It's like somebody says, "Oh, look at this. Aaron Rodgers is fourth in yardage after last night." Well, yeah, because 30 teams haven't played yet. He just played in week 9 or week 8 or whatever. Week 9. It is week 9, right? I said, there's 5 guys that are going to pass him on accident. And one of them is the guy he just played against. Yeah, it is week 9. Okay. Yeah, 2023, week 6 was Baltimore. My bet is Love doesn't play or 3 picks. If he does, that's my FanDuel bet. Well, according to what I saw in their injury report, he's gonna be playing because he's been practicing ever since Wednesday. He was limited on Wednesday, full practice on Thursday. It looks like he's a go. Jair Alexander is out, and that's a bigger thing than anybody wants to admit because Eric Stokes isn't that good, and everybody else in the cornerback room isn't that good. They've got a stud safety in an emerging safety. We got 2 stud safeties. My phone. And this is my right. That's my left. Yeah, so the chat is here. Let's go blue, Michigan Wolverines. Yeah, they're taking on Oregon. Uh, the spread isn't that much. Yeah, I think we're covering the spread. It was reduced to 2.5 last night. Let me double check. I think it's only 2.5. Yesterday it was 2.5. Yeah, according to FanDuel, it's negative 2.5. That's the spread. So I think it's going to be 31-24. So we're giving them 2.5 points. Normally the home team gets 3. Yoli Cruz, welcome. We still have kickers. I just got a feeling. I don't think it's going to be a lot of teams scoring over 30. I think whoever wins scores over 30. I still think. Yep, and that's according to FanDuel and also according to Fanatics. It's 2.5. So it's really a pick 'em game. The over under is 48.5. I might take the over. Odds on the money line, just saying a straight up win is negative 146 for the Lions, positive 124, which means they think the Lions are winning in Vegas. And I agree with them. And I don't mean that in any slight towards Yoli. I think it's going to be a great game. I think it's going to come down to the last possession. I think we're going to see a great game between two teams that are evenly matched with each other, except in one aspect, and that's red zone defense. The Lions have the better red zone defense, and they're better on third down on defense. The line changed for the Chiefs game. It was 9.5 yesterday. It's now 8.5. Oh yeah, I know what you want. FGB. Smoking Dad is in the chat. I know you're feeling Dallas all over, but this is a better team than Dallas. Dallas is an awful team with an awful coach and two awful coordinators. They're falling apart. They started to look like they were going to be good versus San Francisco, and Lucy pulled the football out from under Charlie Brown again. So everything in my, I think he has a damn good chance to win MVP. Um, I think he's in the top two or three right now. He should be number one. And Harpozo is Brent, Dad. Same picture, just change the name. The Monday night game, the Ravens. But that being said, let's get back to this. He has a damn good chance. He keeps winning. I say yes because eventually Mahomes hasn't been playing that good. 6 touchdowns and Dallas awful. They're all in. Yeah, they're awful. Yeah, I think I think Minnesota was one of the best. I think uh, Green Bay is our division is the best division. Let's face it. Our worst team has 4 wins. Did anybody expect that? Well, let's see. It's week 8, 500. Yeah, I did. I said Bears are going to be hovering around 500 all year. They have a lot of bad teams, but they have our division, which is a bunch of good teams, plus some good teams outside the division too to play. And now, not so much. That's funny. Oh, but it is getting that time of day when I'm getting tired. I need some lunch. I need food. So it's my show. We're starting at the top. With a 6-1 record going for 7-1 and remaining the kings of the north, it is the mighty, mighty Lions. In second place at 6-2, about to be 6-3, it's the Packers. In third place, with a 5-2 record, they got skull fucked by the Rams. And last but not least, with a 4-3 record, because Tyreek Stevenson is my clown of the week, it's fuck the Bears. The Bears win the games they are supposed to win. Yeah, the bad against bad teams. Yeah, this is our biggest test, and that's why I think it's going to be a lot like the Vikings game. That Vikings game was a big test. The Seahawks game was a big test. Fuck them all, Detroit versus everybody. Good stuff. Yes, yes, Davey. Good to see you, brother. So I don't have a lot out there. There isn't a lot of brand new breaking news out there. All there is 5 teams that could still be trading with the Lions. Trade deadline rumors tracker. 5 things to watch versus the Titans. Lions trade pitch, lands big edge rusher and upgrade. What need at Lions at pass rusher? Do the Lions make a trade or fill the void? NFL trade deadline rumor tracker. And ESPN Insider offers potential asking price for popular Detroit target. Right. All we got to do is keep winning the games in front of us, taking it one game at a time, like we have all year. Like we've been saying, it takes more. The team has been saying it. We've been saying it. More fight, more heart, more grit. It takes more. And we've been winning with the next man up. So the next man up thing, I'm all about it. And I said every win we get without Hutchinson, it would push any trades back a week. I said that right when it happened. And there was a couple people that came in here and literally said, I don't see us winning. I just remember it all as vivid as yesterday. As soon as the injury happened, I literally said during that game, I don't know if we're going to make a move right away, but we will make a move. The moves they made right away was poaching some practice squad players. Oh yeah, 100% Joe Jackson. And I said if we make a move, it was going to be at the trade deadline. But we haven't given up many turnovers, Joseph Austin. The only ones we got to worry about if it's raining, it's going to be fumbling. That is the one thing we know happens in the rain. The ball becomes slick. The center and the quarterback has to keep their hands dry. I bet we see less shotgun snaps. You remember what happened last time it was raining and we damn near lost? The fumble by Goff because of the bad snap. But it gets always credited to Goff, even though the ball hit him in the knee and not his hand. It's just like Caleb's handing off to that backup center that was playing at fullback. They never should have made that play. That was kind of stupid. But he never got the ball. The transition was bad. Even though it hit him and hit off him last, the credit goes to Caleb Williams because he never had control of the ball. That's just how scoring is, and I think it's stupid. A lot of things are scored stupid in the NFL. It's just like the one play that never ever happened in NFL history. The 1 point play, a turnover return on an extra point attempt. Agreed, turnover battle will probably decide the game. 100%. It always does. And so far this year, we've been winning the turnover battle. You know what else we're winning at? The points differential battle. We're number one in both. I mean, we're number two Number 1 in the NFC, number 2 in the NFL. We're only behind Buffalo in turnover differential at 10. Right. And that's why by waiting till the trade deadline, the price lowers. And that's why I said nothing will get done to the trade deadline. I said that from the beginning, and I haven't wavered. And I'm pretty sure it's going to happen either Monday or Tuesday. If they make a trade at all. I think they will. Because there isn't anything in free agency worth grabbing unless you can talk somebody out of retirement. That's it. And that's a pipe dream. No, it wouldn't be a surprise, but at the same time, I don't expect it. I just don't expect it this game because of the weather that's coming up. Chilly temperatures, everything above that we've traditionally struggled with, but we have won a game there like that, even after Goff fumbled the ball. The one thing we can say is Goff hasn't lost the game at Green Bay yet. So until he does, I don't think we got a lot to worry about. So go Lions, one pride. Let's get this dub. I think the over is the bet. I think both teams are going to score right around 30. I just got that feeling it's going to be one of those ugly running games where you see a lot of it. I hope that makes sense. But last but not least, I do have to pay the bills. So, Brandon Service, right at the corner of South Grand Traverse and West Atherton Road, 602 West Atherton Road. In Flint, where the water's shit, but the tires are good. Stop in and check us out. 45 bucks enough for the used tires, depending on size and condition. If you need new tires, please call 810-233-8230. Talk to George, Red, or myself on Saturday afternoon. We will get you your quote. If you want your tires, we will order them. They will be delivered within 1 to 2 business days. Mention this ad that you heard it with Smoke and Jeremy B, and you will get $10 off your set of tires. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. Much love. Everybody have a great day, and I'll see you tonight at 9 p.m. with the Lions Fan Cave chat.